Kravis theory of availability is a development introduced in the Heckscher-Ohlin theory of international trade. There are so many studies were conducted, so many theories were developed in the Heckscher-Ohlin theory of international trade. Kravis theory of availability is one among them. Let's look. Kravis theory of availability is an extension made to the Heckscher-Ohlin theory. It is also called availability approach to trade. This was propounded by Irving B. Kravis in 1956. As per the Kravis theory of availability, the trade is governed by domestic availability or non-availability of the commodities. So what does the theory say in detail? Let's look. The trade is given by domestic availability or non-availability of the commodities, as I said. That means the nation would export the commodity if the commodity is available. That is pretty simple. The nation will import the commodity if the commodity is not at all available in the nation, or its domestic supply isn't enough to meet the domestic demand. The nation will tend to import the commodity. If the domestic production is more than enough to meet the domestic demand, or in other words, the domestic supply is greater than that of domestic demand, the excess supply will be exported. This is also simple. That means the trade is driven by, ultimately, primarily, the trade is driven by availability or non-availability of the commodities. Irving B. Kravis was in fact attempting to test the Heckscher-Ohlin theory of international trade. He found that the labor-abundant nations had been paying higher wage rate to the laborers employed in the export industries of the labor-abundant nations. That means the wage rate was pretty higher even in the labor-intensive, labor-abundant nations' export industries, unlike the arguments made by the Heckscher-Ohlin theory. So this has prompted Kravis to introduce another approach to trade, that is Kravis theory of availability in international trade. This availability or non-availability could be either relative or absolute. The non-availability of the commodities could be absolute terms, That means the commodities are not at all producing in the domestic economy. No production has been taking place in the economy. That means this will surely prompt the nation to import the commodity, as there is no other option. Since there is no production taking place in the economy, in the domestic economy, the commodity will be completely imported, as there is no option for the nation. This is the non-availability of goods in absolute sense. Similarly, the non-availability of commodities could be in a relative sense as well. That means the domestic production is there, but the domestic supply isn't enough to meet the domestic demand. Domestic supply falls short of demand. Demand is greater than supply. That means there is excess demand of the commodity. Excess demand of the commodity will be met through import of the commodity, as there is no other option. So this is the non-availability of goods in relative term. For example, India has been importing aircraft for travel related purpose and non-travel related purpose. Even for domestic purpose, we have been importing aircraft, especially from the Boeing, the companies of Boeing and Airbus for the travel purpose. So what is the reason for that? The reason is very simple, that India doesn't have the massive production of aircraft to make it available for travel related purpose. India has been importing aircrafts from Boeing and Airbus. So this is the non-availability of aircraft, or India's the domestic production of aircraft isn't enough to meet the demand for aircraft in India. Then India has no other option. other than importing aircrafts from Boeing and Airbus. The two Western companies manufacturing the aircraft. Similarly, the United States has been importing diamond as there is no diamond production in the United States. That means that is the lack of production of diamond in the United States prompted the United States to import diamond. This is non-availability of commodities prompting the nation for the import. That means the import and export of the commodities are driven by availability or non-availability of goods, either in relative terms or in absolute terms. You can also find so many examples for the same. I am requesting you to find several examples for the availability or non-availability of goods prompting the nation for import and export. There are 4 factors driving the availability of goods in a nation. First one is natural resources. Natural resources could be land, that could be mineral resources. So India is rich with coal resources. So India has been exporting coal, or India has been India has been manufacturing various exporting commodities with the help of coal. That means coal is an important factor, important input in India's manufacturing industry, or it is India has been exporting the commodities to various nations. So it is availability of commodity, availability of resources helping India export the commodity. Second one is technical progress. This is in fact the technological progress or factor endowments of the nation. So it helps to know what kind of nation is that, whether it is capital rich nation, whether it is labor rich nation. So that is one of the factors driving the international trade, or it is one of the factors determining the availability of goods. So when a nation is capital rich, when a nation is rich with updated technology, the nation is able to produce more or able to produce that kind of commodities. So trade is driven by goods availability, which is affected by technical progress as well. Third factor is product differentiation. Product differentiation is an important factor driving the international trade among the two identical nations. This is in fact the intra-industry trade. That means a trade of same commodities between two identical nations, or between two nations with similar factor endowments. That is product differentiation. So innovation will help the nation dominate the international trade scenario. That will be surely temporary monopoly. So the temporary monopoly will end as and when the technology is imitated, copied by the importing nation. This is another factor driving, affecting the availability of goods in a nation. Product differentiation. The commodities will be the innovation could happen in terms of color, in terms of design, in terms of shape, in terms of quality, in terms of many other factors. So that is another factor. Another factor is commercial policy of the nation related to trade. Tariff related policy, non-tariff related policy. All these factors will affect the availability of goods in a nation. If the commodities are not available, the nation will import the commodity. If the commodity is available, if the commodities supply was greater than the demand, if there is excess supply, those commodities will be exported. So in short, international trade, according to Irving Kravis, is determined by availability, domestic availability or non availability of goods.